Hello again, welcome back to European Autocraft Studios 944 Turbo project, 1986 944 Turbo. Still working on the brakes. A lot of you guys chimed in with some great ideas to get those little Allen bolts out that hold the plate for the brake pads. I like the idea of welding a nut to it. I've done that in the past with certain other things. Not the greatest welder. Like if you take a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best welder you've seen, where the welds look like caulking almost, so they're so nice and smooth and clean, and a real nice job. 5, average welder, can put stuff together, make it look halfway decent. And number one would be somebody that looks like they used a lamp cord and maybe a paper clip to weld something together. I am probably one step before that when it comes to welding, so I haven't quite made it to the 1 yet. So you're going to have to bear with me while I try to sort this out and make it work. I've done this before, little things here and there, but it's never pretty. So feel free to chime in and rate my welding with the nuts on the little bolts. Kind of tricky, but somewhat simple at the same time. Okay, we're going to get the rest of the calipers apart. Get the pistons out, get the lines off them, get the bleeder screws out before we do the welding. So we're going to run through these first, get everything apart. You've already seen me do this once. I'm going to sort of fumble through this, try to get all 4 pistons out evenly without having too much of a mess going on with the fluid and everything. So let's get started on that, and then we'll get right into the welding after. I'll clean up them with a little grinding wheel so the weld sticks, and we'll try that. See what happens. It's your idea. You guys have told me it's a good idea to do it. I'm going to try it. So we'll go ahead and try to get these out. I see, even if I scratch this up a little bit, I didn't want to have to put force on the aluminum, but I will clean it all up and polish these up nice before they get powder coated. Well, maybe not polish, but you know what I mean. We'll clean them up nice so they look nice when they're powder coated. I'll be as gentle as I can be. Yeah, these are way on the outside and don't get into the seal, but I am going to clean those up so there's no burrs. Try to prevent doing that. If I can get them out a little further, they'll pop right out, so I'm going to go for that. I don't like putting marks in those. Okay, we've got... These are just simple brake line with the bubble flare. If these were damaged or some of them don't want to come out and we damage them, we can make these. Hands are very dirty at the moment here. But just got a piece of plastic tubing. But we can duplicate these if necessary. So far they look okay. Our bleeder screws. We'll give these a quick cleaning before we do any welding on them, but we'll just get the pistons out for now. Well, they're close. All right, since we're struggling with the 4 pistons, it's like herding kittens. It's just, it's hard to hold them all in while you slowly get them out to the very edge. So we're going to try it this way. Instead of these calipers having a fluid pass through internally, it's externally. You see as we took the pipe off. So if I take the pipe off and block off the one end here, this is for the inside, I should be able to just push out one at a time here, like a 2-piston caliper, only on the same side. So let's try this. I think this will work. I should have thought of this first, but I didn't. So this should... one. Much better. And then we just want to set this in so fluid can't get past it, but it'll pop out easy. So they're both very close. I should be able to just... Which one did I do? This one. This one, right? No. This one. This is the one that came out. Okay. This is right at the edge, too. That should come right out. Okay. Now this should tap out. Still stubborn. Still very stubborn. Okay, I think we have a winner. Yep. Holy moly. Took a while, but I won. That's all that counts. Okay. So now we'll throw a piston on this side, do the same thing, only we won't need an extra bleeder because there's no port to fill. So we're going to go right in the bleeder screw with our pressure, where the line would go, I should say. Which one is that? That's the larger of the two. I think this is the way to do it. We won't have to make up any special tools. That's probably not going to seal. Yeah. Well, it's out. That's all that counts. We'll deal with the laundry later. Did I mention this is a messy job? I think I did. You can see these pistons, they have a raised spot on them, just under halfway. It looks like it's about halfway. That's for the direction of rotation of the piston. Those have to be put in a certain way, so we'll make sure we get those right on when we put them in there. Take the line off first.
Now, if I was to bleed the air out of these while I'm running the pump, I wouldn't have gotten that big pop out of there, because with air in there, the air compresses and then it releases in quite a bit of fury. But I'm not going to do that. We'll take the hits from the... I'll try to go a little slower. All right, we've got this half of the caliper sealed up with the extra bleeder screw instead of the line. Let's see what happens first. No, we don't. Okay, let's erase. All that fumbling around for nothing. This is easy. Look at this. Okay. My original thought was I'll separate these first and then do each side in the vise or each side separate. And credit to Nick here, he said, well, why don't you just do it right there? So it's a good idea. I can still separate them. I don't have to separate the halves. I can just do each side at a time right here. So let's all thank Nick for that one. I hope to see a thank you in the comments, by the way. Thank you. I bet you can't wait to get to the welding part. Kind of dragging that on as much as I can here. Dragging that out. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, it's a race. Oh, clear winner. There we are. Alright, should we try to take out some of these screws before we hit the welder? We know some of them have to be welded, not welded to them, but I think we should try. Let me clean up a little bit here, and then we'll try to get them out one at a time first. If it doesn't work, we'll get them all out with the nut on top. So, be right back. So we just cleaned these up a little bit, and I was messing around to see if some of these bolts would come out, and some of them will. So we're going to take out the ones that can come out. And there's still quite a few that are going to need the little MIG welding trick. But each one of these I put a little bit of lapping compound on, and that helps the Allen head. It grips really well. It works great for Phillips screws even too. If you have trouble with a Phillips screw, a little lapping compound also increases the friction. We're going to get all new ones anyways. I think that one, yeah, that one did not want to go. So those of you that don't know what we're doing here, that's what we're trying to remove. This is where the brake pads will slide back and forth. It gives it a nice smooth surface so it's not biting into the aluminum. It has a nice steel plate in there, and that fits right in there with these two screws that are just buggers to get out. It's probably harsher language I could use, but I'll do reframing. So technically I could pull this caliper apart, separate it. I might do that. And then we can have access to this a little easier. So there's one. Deal with that later. What do we have here? I don't know. I should have marked them, but yeah, that was a no. Well, that's definitely a no. This one is coming up. like somebody attempted to paint these body color before the red, which would be interesting if it was done right. It's a thought. Okay, so these two are going to take a weld. This one I'll probably take apart first. What else we got? I haven't tried these yet. That one's loosened. Impressive. No way. Place your bets. Nope. I would have lost that bet. Nope. No. That one can't come apart. And this one, we already tried this one and it was no except for the one. So, let's separate this one. Those are 8 and 10. Oh boy. Be right back. Wants to play games. Well, half-inch drive. And lapping compound. We're going to pull this way. Maybe this way. Okay. Well, you can see from the Brembo factory that copper lubricant probably gonna get some dribbles now. Yeah, so it has the copper lubricant on them. Alright, there's our outer dust seal. And this is our inner square seal, which we showed you last video. But this outer that's just a seal to keep the dirt and dust off the piston, so it can't get in between the piston and the seal and the barrel. So that's that. You can get a better look at this plate in place here. And we're going to get those screws out using the method that everyone suggested. Hopefully it works out. I'm just cleaning these up to prep them for welding here. I got a little pencil grinder. Just going to scuff up the inside of them and then the top. I'll do that to all of them before we weld. That way, has a good chance of biting the first time. Okay, here goes nothing. Or something. We'll see. I missed.
Okay, well, I definitely need some practice. It's on there good. Be right back. Okay, well, it's sort of like drilling a hole. I can drill a hole in anything. I've got drill bits, I've got hole saws, I've got all kinds of stuff, but the hole will never always be exactly where I want it. Well, that was probably one of the best welds I ever did, but the nut was welded to the vice grips. So, let's try again. I really not good at this. Well, that didn't work. Maybe. I lost some of the nut there. Let's see. It used to be 10 millimeters. Oh, it's not the prettiest, but look at that. Think of the knowledge I'm gaining here. Gaining, not learning. You don't learn knowledge, you gain knowledge. Look at that. Okay, how many more we got to do? Might be a little more difficult to see, but I think this is the only way I can. How about this? I'll open the window. There, now you can see. What I did there is I increased the wire speed so the wire would stay down. Maybe that's what did it. I don't know. I'm just experimenting. I'm sure a lot of you guys are just laughing, but that's okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind it one bit. Because this is fun. Clearly that's not going to work. Let me adjust my strategy here. No. To think I brought one extra nut just in case. I need more. Sounded good. Let's see. Let it cool a little bit more. Although the aluminum is probably drawing a lot of the heat. Look at that.
I got to thank all you guys that are watching and giving me ideas and tips and some knowledge that you have that I don't. It really is a big help, and it makes this a lot more fun when everybody's involved. So thank you for that, and all the kind words helps a great deal. Because I didn't think about doing this. So this is great. Oh, I still have one on the other side I forgot about. If everybody wants one of these, let me know. I'll send it to you. I don't know why you want it though. Yep. Another perfect weld. Look at that. This is embarrassing. I think I would be better off with a paper clip and some lamp cord. Might be safer. That was a good weld. Okay. Let me go find another pair of vice grips. Those aren't going to work anymore. So it seems all I'm doing is filling up the inside of a 6mm nut. So I'm going to an 8mm and see if that gives me a little more control over where the weld goes. I'm really not that good at this. I need practice. So this is kind of practice. You get to watch me practice. Okay, we'll try this. Oh my God. I could see how quickly that nut cooled. That tells me that at least it's the aluminum, it's attached and the aluminum is sucking the heat away. So maybe a good sign. Come on. Yes. Okay. Too bad I destroyed half the nut. Yeah, it's fun to learn. All right. A little collection here. Doesn't that look fun? Oh yeah.
Well, as you can see, we got a few out. I have a lot to learn. I'm not getting the technique right, and we're having a real hard time getting the rest of them. I think they need to be a lot cleaner. I think I need a better shot, straight in. And Nick had another great idea. If I just got the ones off the one side, I could separate it and have better access. So we'll probably do that. But at least you got to see some of it and kind of a hassle this is. But it's kind of fun learning. So at least we got to see some of that and see how these calipers come apart. Next time I'll show you them all apart, and we'll go on to the next item. I'm not even sure what next week's going to be yet. So thanks for watching, and subscribe, and we'll keep this going. Thanks again.